Shalom and welcome to this week's edition of the Rabbi's Ramblings. This week we begin a new Chumash, the book of Shmos. Now, when examining the meaning of this name, one can question what is the reason that we have an entire Chumash named Shmos. The source of this name is the first verse where it states Ve'ele Shmos, that these are the names of those that descended down into Egypt. Now, when you're looking at the content of this Chumash, we see that it talks about the Exodus of Egypt primarily, beginning with the enslavement of the Jews from this week's parasha to the 10 plagues, ultimately how we leave Egypt, go receive the Torah at Mount Sinai, and so on and so forth. So here it would seem that a word connected to the theme of Exodus would be more appropriate than calling the entire Chumash names, Shmos, which just refers to the fact that these are the names of the people of those that descended into Egypt. To answer this question, let's look at some possible different reactions one would have if one would find themselves in the circumstance that the Jewish people found themselves in the beginning of the Chumash of Shmos. And that is, namely, they found themselves as strangers in a strange land. So one can react, says, when in Egypt, we need to have Egyptian names, we need to speak the Egyptian language, and we need to dress like the Egyptians do. That is the way we're going to succeed while we are here. But yet we find that the Jews did nothing of the sort. In fact, it says that one of the reasons we merited to be redeemed from Egypt is the fact that we did not change our language. We did not change our names or our dress code, our mode of dress. We remained true to our heritage. We dressed in the Jewish way with Jewish names and with Jewish mode of dress. That is the way that we merit to have an exodus from Egypt. So this is the lesson that we take from this week's Parsha and the name of the entire Chumash. That when the Jewish people find themselves as strangers in a strange land, you want to know how to succeed? Remember Shmos. Remember that we need to stand out and be proud of who we are. And in merit of this, may we have the complete redemption with the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days. Good Shabbos, and remember you matter, so make a difference.